Hi guys, it's your girl, Aunt B, Elise, and something called me to do an eyebrow tutorial for you guys because I know that this is something that I'm highly requested on as a former makeup artist. And my take on eyebrows is, me personally, I like them to look as natural as possible. These are my natural eyebrows. A lady at the nail shop took like my whole entire tail off of this eyebrow, and I'm still in recovery. Like, it's been growing for like 3-4 weeks wildly. I still feel like my eyebrows are a little too thin for me to get them threaded, so that's my situation. In the meantime, in between time, you would never know that when I put my makeup on that my eyebrows are this rough. But, you know, that's the beauty of makeup. So I'm going to show you 3 ways to do eyebrows. My first way is the simple way, using a pencil. This is a Jordana eyebrow pencil, which is something that you can get at Walgreens. Jordana is a Walgreens brand. It comes with a little brush. And what I'm going to do is first brush my eyebrows. Then you begin to trace underneath the eyebrow. I always start at the base of my eyebrow towards the nose. Trace a little bit above the eye for the top part. You see how scruffy I am. It's okay to draw through the eyebrows if you have thick eyebrows like myself. And you can fill in any place that looks sparse to you with the pencil, because once you get done brushing it, it's gonna look a little bit more even and natural. So some people's like, oh yay, I have eyebrows, this is fine. I'm like, no, this isn't fleeky. Taking an eyebrow brush and brushing through the eyebrow where I put that product, brushing through the eyebrow in the direction that the eyebrow hair grows. That's very important. You don't want to be brushing your product off and away. You want the eyebrow to look natural. If you prefer your eyebrow to be thicker, that is your preference. Next, you will take a concealer brush. You can use either an angle brush, you can use a flat liner brush, or you can use a concealer brush for this next product. I have MAC NC42 Cream Concealer here, which is very strong concealer. Do I use it all the time? No. There are various cream concealers you can use. That is your preference. And I'm going to line my eyebrow. This is the important part. This is the part that makes it fleeky. You have to know how to paint your eyebrow. Go back on top and just pull. If you're gonna imitate, you have to be really cautious on this part right here. You have to pull the concealer, slide it, so you get that smooth line. That's what you want. So now I have an eyebrow, I have a shape. Gonna keep brushing to perfection. And with this top, so you don't get what you don't get too crazy looking. take like some kind of fluffy brush of some sort and fade your concealer away before you even do your foundation. See how that starts fading? Do that. You can do it underneath your eye, so you blend that concealer out, and boom, it's a brow. Now that's one way to do an eyebrow. My favorite way to do my eyebrows that gives me the most natural look, this will be a quick little look that I do at work because I can carry my pencil obviously very easily rather than carry a bunch of other stuff. With this brow, I'm going to take my angled brush and we're going to use powder. Now, if you wanted to prime your eyebrow in the same way that you would put eyeshadow primer on your lid first, because we are using an eyeshadow powder and this would make your eyebrow last longer, then you're welcome to do so. For time purposes, I'm not going to do that. And usually it doesn't really affect me too much. So what I'm going to do is use from my MAC Warm palette, I'm going to take my darkest color, which I believe is called Espresso. I think. Dance in the Dark, maybe? Yeah, I think this is Dance in the Dark. Yeah, it is. I'm going to take that. So anyway, you can use, I'm thinking Espresso from the Lorac palette. Anyway, you can just use a dark, whatever eyeshadow matches your natural hair, you can use that. I'm taking my angled brush here, which is just something I picked up from Sally's. It doesn't have to be a fancy brush. And I'm using that to fill in my brow. And I'm going to fill in my brow everywhere. It really won't matter how thick it is, because remember, we're going to brush through it and we're going to conceal. Whatever product you use, whether it's the products, you know, the powder, the pencil, or the Anastasia Beverly Hills, you're going to basically do the same thing. You're going to apply the product, you're going to brush through it, and you're going to use concealer. So now we have this eyebrow, and we're going to brush. Brush, 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 brush. In the direction that the hair is growing. You can see my scruffiness. And in the base of your eyebrow, I like to brush outward, the opposite direction, just so that I get a natural transition. It looks a little sparse, just like your normal eyebrow is a little bit sparse at the base. You don't want to have that boxed look to your eyebrows. That's never a good look. I'm going to again take my NC42 cream concealer from MAC. This eyebrow looking a little long though. Hold on. When I'm blending out my concealer, I am taking this brush and bringing it a little bit in to make that darkness fade away a little bit, make my eyebrow look a little naturaler. But yeah, which one do you all like better? The pencil brow or the powder brow? So I wiped my eyebrow off here so I can show you the third way that I do eyebrows, and that would be using this Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and the color I'm using is Ebony. Now, I'm going to take yet another angle brush. This one is attached to, it's like a dual-sided, one of those eco brushes that you can get from like Walgreens or Target. I'm going to take some of my dip brow. And just as I would with anything else, I'm going to fill. Trace and fill with the dip brow. The thing about the dip brow is it's practically like waterproof, from what I understand from some clients I used it on. And it's pretty popular. It's pretty thick. You can get it from Sephora. It's a very strong eyebrow pomade, so to speak. Now, you see how I filled and even overfilled? I'm gonna brush now, so we can get to the more natural look. Whew. Some people will leave out the house like this, but we're not those people. Now, again with the concealer. Again, you're taking that concealer and you are dragging it above the eye so you get that shape, that perfect fleeky brow. And you see it is a little thick. You don't need to use too much. We're going to take that brush and we're going to drag some on the outside so we get a little bit of sparseness. Again, take that fluffy brush, blend, blend. We don't want all of that craziness going on. And I'm going to take some and put it in there because I got to have me a natural brow. I got to. I don't want. It's kind of looking like something. So there you go. Might even need some more concealer because my brows are so thick. You see how I reapplied the concealer where I wanted to cover more? That's also why I'm using the MAC NC42 concealer, because it is so thick. The MAC products are very thick. But that's also why I don't always tell beginner makeup users to buy MAC products, because these products are so high grade and thick. It's easy for you to look messed up and not even know it. It is not buildable. It is built already. Also, as a makeup artist, when I was dealing with people who had really scruffy brows, what I did beforehand, I bought one of these little eyebrow razors from the beauty supply store. You can find them for like 99 cents, probably $3-4. And I would just scrape up loose hairs. Of course, ask for permission for your clients first. And scrape off loose hairs. Like, you see these up here, these on top of here. Mind you, I'm trying to grow mine out. But if I wasn't, I would just chop off this extra stuff and do a little bit of trimming. That way you don't even see it when I put the eyebrow makeup on. Just a tip from a makeup artist. So, there we go. We did the pencil brow, we did the shadow brow, and we did the Anastasia Beverly Hills dip brow. 3 ways to do eyebrows from your girl, Aunt B. Like and subscribe.